Hi everyone, and it's currently about 02 Zulu or UTC for everybody worldwide watching this on the 24th of July 2012. And right here you are looking at some of the images of was a super typhoon, actually, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, for a short period of time just prior to landfall. But this is Typhoon Vicente, and then move on shore. Rain around 21 Universal Time. That's into the early morning hours here in Hong Kong, just towards the west of the metropolitan area. And you can see just prior to landfall, and an intense, strong eye wall that was formed up there. And remember, Hong Kong right here in the right front quadrant of this storm. Therefore, some winds upwards of strong typhoon strength were recorded up to about 130 to 140 kilometers per hour. In some areas, actually recorded a little bit higher than that into the wind gust range. This, in return, unfortunately, has resulted in about 30 injuries out across this area. Also, looking at the delay in the market this morning out there in Hong Kong, so this storm is going to be having some sort of impact on the economy. And on top of that, thousands on thousands of people were stranded last night out here across this entire area, as a lot of the ferries to the outer islands were delayed up here. And let's take a look at what the radar image out of Hong Kong looked like at landfall. And at this time, it was an absolutely intense storm there just towards the west of Hong Kong in the Guangdong province here. Remember, all these rain bands pushing onshore, so all the heavy rainfall with it. Some of these areas indicating upwards of about 20 to 30 millimeters per hour, especially right around that center of location. So definitely right in here. See some of these bays and inlets in that inner eye wall. The storm surge had to have been rather high through here in some of the low-lying areas. Still, reports are very slim coming out of there at this time, though most of the news coming out of the region is out of Hong Kong. Still, lots of people that do live out here towards China, though. Orange alert has been issued there. And also in Hong Kong, Signal Force 10 was issued. And that is the first time, actually, for that to be issued since 1999. So over a decade since a storm this strong has slammed that metropolitan area. Yeah, now we do have our partner, Mr. James Reynolds from TyphoonFairy.com, that does live in Hong Kong. Unfortunately, he's out of town this week, so we're not even getting any videos from there. But if anybody else has any videos of this storm as it did make landfall, or any photos, please do share them with us. Or if you have any reports from on the ground of any damage or anything like that, always do appreciate that feedback. But in our last update, we did go in depth on why this intensified so quickly. For starters, sea surface temperatures in this region are exceptionally high, talking upwards of about 30 to 35 degrees, especially just towards the south of Hainan, right in that area. You have those very warm sea surface temperatures. Then we take a look at the shear. About 5 to 10 knots over top of the system yesterday, and that allowed for it to intensify ever so rapidly. The exhaust aloft, convergence aloft, many factors going into this, but that's one thing that we always have to remember out here in the Western Pacific and anywhere in the world in general, but specifically out across this area near the Philippines and in the South China Sea, where these warm sea surface temperatures, is that storms can spin up and surprise you very rapidly. That's why you need to continue to check back in with your warning agencies and always be prepared for a possible landfalling storm. Even though if one doesn't seem to be very significant nearby, you still have that threat here, so always have something getting ready for it. Do not wait for the warnings at the last minute to be prepared and get stockpiled just in case your power gets out, water gets damaged, so you always want to have spare water nearby as these storms start to blow up and come towards your area. And at least at the time of this update, though, out of Hong Kong, we still have heavy rainfall pushing onshore and over towards the Guangdong province as well. You're going to be continuing to see these gusty winds and heavy rains at least throughout your afternoon going into your evening hours here. So definitely still the system is not over yet. And as it continues to push towards the west, it will continue to grab the moisture out of the Gulf of Tonkin and the South China Sea, pushing yet more rainfall onshore. And now we take a look at the GFS model outlook here. It does show our storm continuing to push off there towards the west, pulling in that moisture, so yet more rain showers here, actually throughout the next 24, maybe even 48 hours. But when I'm showing you this is, once again, let's look towards the end of our model run. Possibility of a strong storm blowing up here in the Philippine Sea. Sea surface temperatures are exceptionally warm. Lots of the models are really grabbing on this. It could be affecting the southern Japanese islands, even Taiwan in the long range. Still very long range though, but we want to continue to watch this into the coming days. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at WesternPacificWeather.com. As always, if you have any questions and comments, you can please post them into the comment section below. And as always as well, please stay safe out there. Have a great day.